Near AI. What did you ship this week?
Hello, everyone. I'm Peter from Near Week, and I'm delighted to be here with your weekly What Did You Ship This Week AI stream, focusing on everything that's been shipping within the AI ecosystem on the Near protocol. We do this ship stream every week. If you're a founder building something amazing, please hit us up. We would love to feature you on this stage. This is a stage dedicated to the community of builders within AI on Near. And all we do is try to push all the work that you guys are building week by week to show the amazing progress that's being made on Near protocol. Today, we have 3 projects that are coming to present what they've been working on lately. You may have seen them before. They've all been on the show and they're all doing great. First one up is Arto from Azima Protocol. Then we're going to have Charles from Portfolio, and lastly we're going to have Sasha from Learn Near Club. So let's get Arto on the stage.
Hello, Peter.
Hello, Arto. How is San Francisco?
It's always nice to come back. This time I'm gonna stick around for a longer while.
Nice, and I know you're gonna do an event soon. You're gonna have a great turnout. As always, Arto, for the people who have not been on the show before or have not watched the show before, please just quickly describe who you are, what project you're working on, and then let's get into the shipping.
Absolutely. One sec, sharing my screen here. So, hey, I'm Arto Bendiken. I led EVM development at Near Protocol since 2020. We spun that out as Aurora, as I'm sure most are familiar. And I left Aurora to pursue my other passion, AI, about a couple of years ago. I come from a tradition in AI known as knowledge representation and reasoning. And indeed, we are building now something in that direction. So this is, let's say, a minority position in the current AI landscape. We are building a so-called neurosymbolic platform called Asimov. Neurosymbolic simply means the combination of neural networks with symbolic knowledge, otherwise known as structured or semantic knowledge. This project has gone through its various pivots and soft pivots this year, but I think we're beginning to nail it down now. So we are building on top of Near Protocol, of course, given the path dependence here. The whole mission is outlined on our website, asimov.systems, where we're talking about taking people from cognitive overload to cognitive clarity. And the way this is done is by uniting all of the data in your life. So the unique value prop of knowledge graphs is that you can have something like an algebra of knowledge. It means that a data source plus a data source equals a united or merged data source. And this is, of course, very difficult to do if you're dealing with JSON blobs or something like that. But once you utilize knowledge graphs, it becomes very, very easy to intersect data to apply all kinds of set operations to data. And this is, of course, how enterprise data warehouses have been built for the past decades. Famous companies in that space are, for example, Palantir. So one way I'm presenting us in the Valley in SF, which is sometimes playing well, sometimes less well, is to say that we are building a Palantir for your personal life. And then depending on what moral content the word Palantir carries for the listener, that either plays well or not so well. But in any case, fairly accurate. And as you noted, Peter, I'm just now over in the US for several months, setting up our office over here. So we have a nice office address now in Mountain View, in the former Boston Dynamics building, right next to NASA and so on. Let me see what I have here for you today. Yeah, I did want to mention for those who are curious about the neurosymbolic approach to AI. Like I said, still a minority position, but with growing interest. Check out especially this blog post that will explain it and unpack it a little bit for you. Why RDF, which is the resource description framework from W3C, is the natural knowledge layer for AI systems. So I've been working with RDF for 20 years, and this is a pretty good introduction. So this week, I wanted to mention that we have, of course, shipped several new Asimov modules to unlock data sources and capabilities, as we do every week. So this week, especially, we have the Readwise module, Luma module are in a usable condition. We've also started to ship a lot of what we call prompter modules, meaning integrations to particular inference engines and providers, so that you can run things locally, purely on your own data. And let me show you here what I usually want to highlight at the beginning of months. So on the Race of Slots leaderboard for the NEAR ecosystem, we are several team members in the top 10 again for September, as we have tended to be. Mind you, in September, we have lost the top spots to Megadev and Peter Salomonsen, where we have been tied in a close race over the last months. And this is simply because we have shifted to, let's say, a lot of writing a lot of code that is not yet public. So we can't get the Race of Slots points for that yet. And this week I wanted to highlight something that team member Dima shipped. So Dima is a former NEAR engineer who joined us this year, and he has shipped something quite nice that I think the community would want to support. So there's a Raycast extension for NEAR protocol that allows you to do things like query real-time balances and staking rewards. Maybe the best thing to do here is just to roll the demo there. So Raycast, for those who don't know, is a Spotlight replacement for macOS and Windows, and it has a lot of extensibility, unlike Spotlight. That makes it really, really nice to build high productivity interfaces for. And this is this particular extension for Raycast for NEAR is an outgrowth of the ongoing efforts that we are doing building Asimov integration for Raycast. And we just thought that it would be fun to spin this off as a standalone extension, also to get experience in how one publishes extensions to the Raycast store and so on. So this may be useful to many in the community. We're certainly using it ourselves, and this is still pending approval to be merged into the monorepo, the massive monorepo for Raycast extensions. In case you have a GitHub account, would appreciate some more upvotes over here, so that NEAR protocol support will definitely land in Raycast. I'll put in the link on Twitter later. But it's one of the newest pull requests in the Raycast extensions repo there. Yeah, so that's pretty much, I believe, my time slot. So back to you, Peter.
Thank you so much for sharing this update, Ato. Can you maybe give us a little bit detail of what's the reason for moving the office to SF, and what kind of stuff are you guys doing in town in the next couple of weeks?
Sure. So the reason is really simple. The vast majority of funding for AI goes into the Valley, specifically, or the Bay Area more broadly, and it means that it is rather difficult to raise institutional rounds if you are not actually based here. So we need to have a strong presence over here, and I'm spearheading that myself. Also for events, so we are organizing several events in October and November as sort of our debut into the Bay Area. But those are not yet public, so I'm not at liberty to give the link, but I shall in coming weeks. But we will be participating in the Open Source AI Week, so there will be an event on October 22, and then we would expect to organize one in November as well.
And Arto, let's say I'm a VC and I could be interested in connecting with you. How do I do that?
Sure. Well, you could reach out to me directly on Twitter, for example, or you can look at the investors link up on the Asimov.systems website and get directly in touch with Talal, who's handling the commercial side of things. So there's an investor qualification form here.
Awesome.
And either way will reach us.
Awesome. Well, Arto, as always, pleasure having you on. I wish you the best on your San Francisco endeavors, and I'm sure things are going to go very well for you guys. Yeah, super excited to see all the progress you keep shipping every week. So please come back. Please come back.
Thanks, Peter. Always good to be
all
on.
Right. See you.
Bye.
Up next, we got another Near Protocol OG, Charles from Peerfolio. Charles is also a member of the House of Stake framework, which is going to go live very soon. Charles, how's it going?
Good, man. Glad to be here. Nice to see you.
You too. It's been a while since Cannes. I hope to see you again soon, IRL. Yeah, so Charles, you've been on before, but please make a quick introduction, quickly describe the project you're working on, and then let's get into the details.
Sure. Yeah, previously when we were here giving updates, you saw a different name. So we were focused on our project and really bringing it from the ideation stage and gathering information and sharing demos about prototypes that we had in progress and soliciting feedback from you guys. But here I want to give an update more on detail about the app that we're building, which is called Peerfolio. So you'll hear all of the updates that you hear from us going forward. We'll be referring to the app by the new name, Peerfolio. And yeah, we're building consumer DeFi, and I'm going to share, give an update. I've previously given demos of what we've done so far, but today I'm going to just give a bit of a presentation and share an overview of what we've done, and then share a bit of alpha. I'm really proud of the team to get us to the state that we're at right now. So let me get my screen sharing going. Cool. Yeah, we are building Peerfolio as a consumer-focused DeFi app to make it approachable for anyone to start building wealth with cryptocurrencies. I'm going to share an overview of what we've done so far, and then get into some really exciting alpha and announcement. Yeah, so Peerfolio. The main objective of what we're doing is we're combining agentic automation with alpha from your trusted friends to take the emotion out of what to buy and when to sell. We're aiming for Peerfolio to be the best social DeFi client for mainstream non-crypto native people. Peer strategies are our take on copy trading without the incentive structure that may reduce the trustworthiness of the types and quantities of tokens that someone has recommended in a strategy. We're calling strategies basically a set of tokens described by their market categories and the percentages of each of those tokens. That's what we're referring to as a strategy. So we're really leaning into trusted relationships between individuals and removing the incentives from the typical copy trading applications that we've seen to make this more approachable and trustworthy for people to start their own journey of doing their own research based off of information they get from friends to take a step forward in their crypto investing journey. We've built 2 optimization paths to help users manage their token portfolios without a lot of manual intervention, and we call these goals. So we have allowance goals, and these are a way to reduce risks, to take potential losses off the table, also reduce potential growth by converting some amount of your portfolio's cost basis into USDC. So to automatically, when certain conditions are met, to convert some amount of tokens in your portfolio into stablecoin. The other type of goal we have is called purchase goals. So these are to acquire or reduce exposure to specific tokens under certain conditions. This is our approach to not only acknowledge the market volatility, but to bring it into the user experience of the application as triggers for rewarding moments in Peerfolio, because we're trying to spark joy when market moves in either directions. So you can use automation that translate market swings into step towards realizing your goal, whether that means acquiring more tokens because of some condition that's changed or opportunity that's become available, or selling some tokens to change your positions and convert some tokens into stablecoin to helping you move towards your goal, either way, depending on what the market is doing. Here's some latest updates of things that we've done recently. Our narrative generally is focused on financial empowerment, social learning, wealth building, safety, and simplicity. That's what we're really going for in the UI. One area that I found really challenging is trying to satisfy two very different user personas. We have crypto natives, like everyone on this call, and then less technically savvy mainstream consumers who are really the target audience that we're building for. But that's why your perspective as crypto natives are going to be so helpful for us, so valuable. You can help us shape the default experiences and default settings that we choose in this app, so we can have them make sense for newcomers while still leaving room for deeper customization for more advanced people who may want that. And with that in mind, I want to invite everyone on this call to help us improve the app and join our alpha launch, which is tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow is October 3rd. It's October 3rd. I just got to throw that in there. So please fill out this type form and request an invite to join our alpha launch. It's just a few questions there to help us get an understanding of who you are, where you're located, your preferred wallet, things like that, how to contact you. And then we're going to start inviting users to try out Peerfolio tomorrow. Really excited for that. This is the first external launch of the application that's MVP of everything that I've shared on the previous slides, as we're stepping towards the overall end user experience. And really excited to bring some people into the app and start to get some feedback and share this with you and help make it better moving forward. Yeah, that was the main thing I wanted to share today. So there's the type form link there. I will add that on my X account as well. So you can see that type form, grab this screenshot, and our website below that is where you can just get more information on Peerfolio, the overall app experience that we're building. And you can also sign up to join the waitlist there to receive more updates like the one I'm sharing today. So thanks, Peter.
Awesome, Charles. Just a few questions. So should I share this with anyone, or should I keep it to my crypto bros?
You should share it with anyone, right? And I really imagine it to be appropriate for you sharing it to people who are not your crypto bros, people who are really, wanting to lean on you for information. And have you ever had someone ask you, like, what token should I buy? I don't know anything. And you're kind of uncomfortable because, like, I know what I'm comfortable risking, but I don't want you to be comfortable taking the same risk. And for me, that's what our application is intending to serve. So when you have moments like that, you can say, oh, hey, here's the strategy that I'm currently interested in, these long-term strategies. And they can receive that, customize it on their own, and then take the steps forward on their own to use that to start their crypto journey.
Awesome. And to what extent does the app use AI? Just curious to hear.
Yeah, good question. So we are using AI as a primary interface. So we have an LLM, LangChain LLM, that guides you through different flows. So we use a combination of AI as the interface with just standard AI and buttons and things that you could choose from to guide you through setting up the automations, kind of managing your account and setting the conditions by which the agentic account takes actions on your behalf. And what makes our application agentic, or the way it works, is we are not using shade agents. We are using an agentic account that gets limited access permissions to take action on your account based on the contract that we deploy to essentially a trading account using Near's account model and the MPC network to allow us to request permissions to do certain actions that are specified by the contract, which are really limited to interacting with Near intents and then the specific tokens that we support.
Awesome. So that means I can basically get exposure to any asset tradable via the intents framework.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. And I really like the idea about, how can I say, the non-KOL side of things, where the people you follow try to push you something that they already bought like a long time ago, and actually removing this sort of, how can I say, dumping on your friends. At least I hope people, they're not going to do that, right?
Yeah.
I like the social aspect of it. Super cool, Charles.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm gonna share all my friends. So
Please do.
last question would be like, the main idea is to help people get exposure to digital assets because we believe this is the way forward.
Yeah, this is a new asset class, a $4 trillion global market, and I want to help people become accustomed to including digital currencies in their regular savings and investment practices, to not be too left behind. You know, there's already a lot of group of people that I know, family members, who don't shop around for even high interest rates on different savings accounts, or don't take part in other income generating assets, stocks, bonds, 401ks, and things like that. So I want to try to get ahead of not getting people left behind on this new asset class by bringing it into their habits sooner rather than later.
I love it. I love breaking down barriers to entry. I love increasing accessibility. And I love the fact, Charles, that you're building on Near and you're using the Intents framework. Yeah, couldn't be any better. I'm going to share this with my friends. Again, not financial advice.
Exactly.
I trust Charles.
It's information.
So should you. You should too. But again, not financial advice, right?
Thanks, brother.
All right. See you around, Charles. Thanks for coming on.
See ya.
Okay, last one up is an OG, Sasha Bakst from the Learn Near Club. And he's going to tell us another update that he's been doing involving AI. Sasha, how's it going?
It's going very well. How are you doing?
I'm doing well too, thank you. I'm excited to have you here again. Familiar face. You always have a great update. You always bring a big smile to the space. Sasha, please tell us just a tiny bit about who you are, what Learn Near Club is, and then let's get into the deeds.
Yeah, I'm to those who does not know me, I'm Sasha, founder of Learn Near Club, and my passion is decentralization, self-sovereignty, learning, and near protocol as well. Yeah. So today, I'm going to present you how we utilize near protocol unique technical possibilities to make AI verifiable and transparent. In our case, verifiable and transparent for learning. Let me share my screen, please. It's going to be live presentation. So, okay. All right, there you go. Okay. So that's our website, web application, Learn Near Club, where you can learn a lot of stuff about Near protocol itself and ecosystem projects. And today, with AI coming into learning like mainstream, right? Like everyone uses for learning. There is one important problem that most of the time is overseen by people using AI. First of all, when you talk to ChatGPT, right, you have no idea whom are you talking to, right? It's like it's a black box, and you share all the information that you put into the system, and so on. So you kind of can't rely on the replies of that AI stuff, right? But like you have no idea like if it's legit, and you have to verify it yourself. So this is not a problem just AI related. It's fundamental problem in nowadays society, right? The trust declining very fast, and it's going to zero like very fast. And this is where blockchain can help to establish some trust, so people can comfortably learn, transact, and do other stuff. So let's see how it works at Learn Near Club. Okay, so this is our Learn AI agent or assistant, you can call it, and let's ask it a question about. Okay, I think this question will make sense for this presentation. Tell me why verifiable AI is important. Okay, we are asking. You can see those learners behind the scene working hard trying to figure out useful information for you, and combined in legit reply. Okay, give it a moment or two. It's thinking very hard for you. Okay, couple more seconds, I guess. I hope it did not break. Right. Okay, there you go. So this is actually the answer, right? Verifiable AI is crucial because it solves big problems in traditional black box AI systems. This is actually what I was talking before. No more mystery. You know what you do, build for humans, catch mistakes, so far, so what. But today, and there is a source for this, right? By okay. So, but today I want to share with you how do we verify this particular answer. So let's click that nice blue check mark. Okay, and here you go. Like the very first, like surprise, we can verify the model, and this model. Okay, it's actually open on another tab. So you probably don't see it, and this is actually a model which is hosted by Near Cloud in the environment, and you can verify it like easily, and it will come with some learning materials how to do it, so everyone like even 5 years old learner can understand how it works. Moreover, so we do know like that this is the open source model. It was not tweaked or anything. And you can rely on it. So in this particular chat, you are talking to this DeepSeek chat model. But when you talk to a model, it does not send just your question. It's actually uses some system information like prompt and chat settings. Let's get into this. You can see here like that the prompt is verified too. Oh, how do I switch the? Let me check if I can switch to, so you can see the screens, window. Okay. All right. I think now is better. Okay. So now you can see the prompt itself, right? Like, okay, so the temperature is set. Temperature is actually the parameter that sets how much the model can hallucinate, how much creative it is. Max token size, this is actually the length of reply. Top P, I don't remember for sure. Frequency penalty and present stuff. And so we set it like as per recommended settings for the learning purposes. And now you can see the prompt itself, right, which was written by author AI.learn.club, which is kind of looks official, right? So it's not something like AI.learn.club.near, right? Everyone can create this account, but this particular account can be created only by the root account, which is learnclub.near, which is official account for Learning Club. And so this is a step, and you kind of can trust the Learning Club. Okay, so we think that we believe you. This is a prompt. You didn't tweak it. In order to make the trust verifiable, we added a very nice functionality to this. Right, we actually put the stamp hash on the near protocol, right? So this is the transactions that you can see, right? Because the transaction itself, let's check if our Pikes friend, okay, can figure it out. Okay. But let's check how we can verify the stamp ourselves. We go and copy and paste the information about the parameter settings and prompt text, and the author, and we submit it into the verification form, right? We actually see it here, right? Okay, this is the prompt. This is the author of the prompt, and this is the parameter set of parameters settings. Okay, now we're generating an stamp, which is the SHA 256 hash. Let's try it. Verify. Let's go to Explorer and check the transaction. And surprise, surprise, we can see the same hash written on Near blockchain by account ID ai.learnclub.near, and we can even check the timestamp. It was done on October the 1st, right? Let's go back here. Yeah, kind of information is legit. All right, and going further, we can also check the information that was brought as a context by our RAG, which is kind of private knowledge base powered by Xtrace, and that knowledge base is distilled and filtered and distilled information kind of sounds legit, as it helps the model better understand the context. And that's why actually Learn AI is quite smart about Near protocol and Near ecosystem, because it gets the well-updated context from our private knowledge base. Okay, and what does this button means? Like you can actually stamp the reply of Near protocol of Learn AI, sorry. Okay, and put it on a stamp as well. Why would you do this? Imagine you're working. Oh, there you go. This is the transaction, right? You can go there. Imagine you're working for a company, and the company policy, because the data and all the stuff is super secret, and the company doesn't allow you to use OpenAI or some other internal AI model, which can be hosted on premise, or which can be hosted in the private cloud. And you as employer probably would like to cover yourself when you present your information or results of your work based on the interaction with AI, with company. You would like to get a proof that for this particular question, you got this particular answer for the from this particular model with this particular settings. And let's see how it looks. So you go to your account here at Learn AI Club. For now, we just testing and deploying everything within Learn AI Club. The plans are to go mainstream also, and check this tab, verify the questions. Here you go. Like this is your question. This is the answer. This is the results, and stamp transaction. You can verify this in stamp as well. So what did we learn today? Actually, today we learned that AI, even if it can hallucinate and stuff, you can get the proof that you're getting particular results for a particular model, and say this is like a shift from don't be evil from can be evil, where your AI is kind of on leash, right? It is responsible, and you can prove it, and the AI knows that proof is hashed and put on a public blockchain, and everyone can verify the legitimacy of the AI performance. All right, that's it for now. I hope you like it, and okay, let me just stop share the screen.
As always,
Okay.
such a loved your updates. So I think this is really showing how blockchain is how it's tearing down the wall about like with the trust issue for AI, right? And especially with what you're building on Learn AI, I think this like really puts into perspective what blockchain technology can do or should do for AI, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And this actually this framework like for authenticity, provenance, and verifiability, it's not applicable just for AI, but for everything. But since like we are learning a club, and that's why we are trying to bring it to normal people who can use it, who can check it. You know, like imagine you're a parent, right? You actually want to know what and where and with which help your kids is actually learning. So you want to get into control of that. Like people, they underestimate the urgency of that, because already kids are learning with that. And what are they being taught? Like nobody have any idea except some centralized companies who are actually leading and bringing that AI into schools and stuff. So yes, this is our effort to create an alternative context so people can see, like, listen, you can control it and you should control it because you're a parent. You are responsible for your kids.
Exactly. And I think also people, to your point, already underestimate like what kind of effect that AI and companies like ChatGPT have on like global society. I saw like for context, I saw a guy making some statistics about certain words that are used more and more because the data annotation has been done in some part of the world where this word was very used. And then all of a sudden, this word starts to appear much in research. And then it starts to appear much more in daily speech because we simply adopt the way that AI writes and talks, right? And we adopt those words, which is kind of scary, right? So it already has, as you say, massive implications. And I think this is what you're doing here with LearnNear, and especially when it comes to education, you have to do with kids. This is something that is super important for us to at least be aware of and be able to control, right? And put it in a control environment instead of just leaving it to very few corporations who we don't know what is the goal of them. They have to make money at some point, but do they have other stuff, right? So, Sasha, as always, appreciate all the hard work you're putting into showcasing what the technology can do. As always, you're very welcome to participate in the space. Love when you're here.
My pleasure, and thank you for this opportunity. Because eventually, I'll go to help like normal people to try this cutting-edge technologies and responsible technologies, like with their own hands. And everything is live already. At Learning Club, we continue to create some educational learning materials so people can get like deeper into that, like what's privacy, what's verifiable, why you should do this, and so on, so on. Yeah. So encourage everyone come to Learning Club. It's fun, and yeah, it's engaging, and it helps you to bring you stuff into under your control, you know.
Everyone, you heard what the man said. Go to LearnNear Club and start learning today. All right, Sasha, have a good one. See you soon.
Thank you so much. Take care.
You too. All right, guys. Sasha was the last presenter of today. If you have anything you'd like to share around an AI project that uses some part of the Near Protocol tech stack in your product, this stage is all yours. You can hit us up on Twitter or on Telegram, and we even have a closed group for all the AI builders in the ecosystem so that they can chip in every week if they want a spot on this show. Once again, big up to everyone building on Near. Thank you for coming to the show, and we'll see you next week. Stay near.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Near Week.